Now that is pure deliciousness. Chili dogs from the Brighton hot dog shop, and I'm sure Terry Francona is on his way right now from Cleveland to grab these. But another great Italian family is with me right now. It's the Calabria family, Pops as in Chad and Dante Calabria. We have a lot to get to. Listen, I have followed you for a long time as an official, but my friend Nick Mancini today filled me in as far as your life, and now I'm back on track. So you won a title at Aliquippa High School in 1966. You go on to the University of Iowa. The mills were booming. $2 million worth of paychecks were being pumped into the streets of Aliquippa, the largest Catholic church in the diocese with 5 full-time priests. What was it like, Plan 11 to Franklin Avenue, back in the glory days in Aliquippa, Chad?
Well, it was, I mean, it's nothing like it is today.
I know.
People were friendly. Everybody knew each other. It was not a big town. I mean, it might have been 15, 18,000.
Right.
But the mill, you know, when you're making money and money is readily available, everybody seems to be happier.
Well, they're doing a lot of good things, Mayor Walker, and they're making a nice comeback there. And the people have always been good to me. I really love that community. But your sports life, obviously Ditka was about 10 years before you, so obviously people always loved sports there. I've always heard these stories, Dante, and you played in front of some great crowds at Blackhawk, Renegades, all that in North Carolina, of course, Dean Smith, and a great career in Italy in the pros. But I've heard when Ambridge and Aliquippa would get it on in football, that there would be thousands of people at these games.
Probably about 10,000.
That's just phenomenal.
And it was it was a grudge match.
It was a grudge match.
And it didn't have to. The teams could have been 1-8, which they weren't.
Right.
But whoever was there, it was a grudge match. I mean, they always played hard against each other.
Listen, this is a fact. Look, I have done so many things in my career, 4 decades, you name it, every type of sporting event, news, talk, lifestyle, cooking shows, travel shows. But I've always idolized you. Your son is important, don't get me wrong. But you as an official, and your name would always kind of pop up, or I would see you at a game. The love of officiating, when did that start?
I guess after I did some of it when I was in Iowa.
Okay.
And then it just came back here. Now in Iowa, I was doing like the college, you know, the JVs or whatever you want to call them. Because back then you couldn't play varsity when you were a freshman. You had to play the freshman team. So I'd do some of the games there, and some of the colleges around town, you know, around the area.
Right.
Junior colleges and stuff. I just kind of liked it.
You liked it?
Yeah.
And it gave you life after the game a little bit.
Yeah, it did some.
So how in the world did a kid from Aliquippa end up at Iowa?
Hey, there's farms everywhere.
I know. But were there other schools close, like Pitt? Did they ever kind of lean in on you?
Yeah.
But it was Iowa.
I wanted to go somewhere else.
And you did.
Yeah, I did.
A little bit of a difference between.
Well, and a kid by the name of Glenn Vidnovic. I don't know if he went to McKeesport. He graduated the same year. He went out with me because Lanny Van Emmen was from McKeesport, and he was an assistant coach at Iowa. And he was here all the time. Between McKeesport and Aliquippa, he was here quite a bit.
Talk about your dad, Dante, growing up. Listen, you were an incredible basketball player, and obviously surrounded by so much talent. John Miller and obviously his boys, and we'll be here all night. But just this guy, mentor, teaching, giving you the ball and giving you the opportunity. Earliest memories of you and your dad. Go ahead.
Easy was back in the backyard. The basket's still there. I gotta sand it up, but it's still there.
The wood deteriorated.
Well, that happens to all of us after time.
But the basket's still there, and he would come out and play, and I was always out there. I would shovel the snow. I would make 3-point lines and all the things so I could play and do things. But we'd play one-on-one, and you know, he would always beat me, but he would beat me up. I'd go to the basket, he would hammer me. But it actually it benefited me a lot because it taught me toughness, taught me how to get back up, not staying on the ground. One of the things that I never did unless I was absolutely hurt, injured, and I couldn't get up was stay on the ground. And so that was kind of things that happened. And then one day it got to that point, and
Changing the
in fact,
guard.
I was telling him, we were talking about it the other day, maybe, I don't know, a month or so ago, and I was gonna beat him, and he came up with the injury.
Oh, hammy.
We call it finjury, but and then never finished the game. So I really never beat him. He got out before I could do it.
Yeah.
So your son is a player. Let's just be honest, man. Stone cold, tremendous. I mean, he goes and plays for Dean Smith, the same guy who coached Jordan and so many others. He wins a national championship. And you're still wearing the blue and white, a little different with the logo, but still North Carolina. What was that like? Come on.
This is his
Where-
buddy.
Ah, okay.
That's his buddy.
That's okay.
Okay, yeah.
Take care of his buddy. But what was it like watching him matriculate to North
Well,
Carolina?
it was North Carolina was a family,
Right.
and they made you feel part of it. Everything was first class.
All the way.
I mean, you know, it didn't have any, you know, you didn't have to wait around, you didn't have to, I mean, and they won. They played hard, they got kids that were very respectful, most of them, that came there to the families, because the families were, you know, all together. What are you gonna do? You got 10 kids on the team or 12, you get to know the families. Sometimes as they graduate, you kind of miss them, but there's still more coming in. But North Carolina was a phenomenal place.
What was Dean Smith like?
A very, very high-class gentleman. And he was funny to a degree.
But he was all basketball.
Well, he was basketball, but I mean, you laughed at some of the things he said that he didn't mean for you to laugh at, okay?
Not a good thing to do.
No, but he was, I mean, he was there for the people, the families, go out to eat
Right.
and stuff.
Right.
If you traveled with them on the road or went there, you ate with the whole group. I mean,
Come back, talk to Dante Calabria, a lot to get to. He's going to be a part of that Ambridge Tip-Off Classic just days away at the Wright Automotive Fieldhouse, bringing his Bethel Park basketball team to Beaver County. So I cannot wait. And by the way, tomorrow night in prime time, after CBS Radio News at 9, up close and personal, more than just basketball. He has had an incredible life, and we're going to go through it all tomorrow night. But we'll be back with one more here at the Brighton Hot Dog Shop in Chippewa at your Pratt Pack tonight in Beaver County. Stay with us. Okay, Coach, you can